Excellent. Hello. Hello, everybody. Keith here. Welcome to Free Flight Saturday. I apologize for the little delay. What type of delay? But not much, 5 minutes. So today we're going to have F105 Thunder Chief against the Mig17-C. If you want to learn more about this game, look at this week's preview. So now we're going to start the game. All right. Okay, so here we have the flight decision checklist. So the first step is going to be to set the throttle on these two planes. So we go to the status cards. Now these two planes do not have afterburners. They can go supersonic. So the only two possible things they can do are military power and idle power. So they're both going to go up to military power, because that's the first step, is to set throttle. Right. And then the second step is to record fuel use, which is what I did. They're both losing one fuel for that move. And now, do that. And now the next step is to set the maneuver matrix. So they're actually going to be climbing. Have them climb. So this one's climbing ahead, and this one is climbing ahead. So they're going to try to get altitude. All right. So speed change. So that's the next step. So the next step is to set altitude change. So we're going to have them go for that altitude pretty. No, we're not going to have them go for a quick altitude. So let's take a look at the acceleration chart. Let me put that up. All right, so let's take a look. They're normal. They're in military power. They want to get speed right now. Speed is to their advantage. But I did put them in climb, so we're going to have them both climb 2. So they're both going to climb 2. So they're going to gain 2 altitude, and this one right here is going to gain 2 altitude. Okay, there we go. Now the next step on the maneuver matrix is going to be to set the throttle, set maneuver matrix, set altitude change. Now we set new altitude. That's step 5. So we're going to set new altitude. So they're going up 2 in altitude. So they're going to go up from 10 to 12. And this plane right here is going to go up from 10 to 12. Okay. Now the next step on the flight decision checklist is to set the speed. All right. So now we're going to have to take a look at the acceleration chart. So over here they're normal. They're not high acceleration. They're on military power, and they climb 2. So if you go with the subsonic, normal, climb 2, it means they lose 1 speed. So their speed is going to go down by 1. The speed is going to go down to 8. There we go. Okay, so now they're going to go forward. All right, so they're going to be climbing 2. So they're going to have to move forward 6 because they're climbed up 2. So we're going to move them forward 6. Do control and select. Okay, 1. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and we're going to adjust their altitude. So their altitude is now going to be, add 2 to their altitude. So their altitude is now going to be 12. For 12.9. Okay. All right, so that's their turn. So now we have blue's turn. So, or the NATO forces. So let's go blue. So blue is going to, let's put up the chart. Checklist, there we go. And, okay. So blue, first thing they're going to do is set throttle. Again, neither of our planes have afterburners. So blue's going to set their throttle to military strength. And I'm just doing them both simultaneously. All right, then step 2 is going to be to expend 1 fuel for military power. All right. And then they're going to go, step 3 is to set maneuver matrix. It's going to be straight and level flight. So, and then altitude change, they're not going to change altitude. So now we set the speed. So military power, level flight, they gain 1. They gain 1 speed, so that moves them up to 8 speed. All right. So speed of 8, and since they're not gaining or diving, they're going to move the full forward 8. Control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alrighty, they moved. You guys actually didn't see that, did you? Okay, that's a problem. I'm gonna scan out so you can watch. That's interesting. Okay. I'm gonna scan in. And move to the right. All right, let's change the projection on that. Because right now you're not seeing the whole thing, and I want you guys to see everything. So I gotta change its size, background size. Okay, there we go, that could be it. Yep, okay, I apologize for the delay. I was trying to check these things, but I'm trying to implement new techniques and new things like the chart, and sometimes you get glitches. But things seem to be going a little bit better right now. Okay, so that's their turn. So because they're going flight and level, they're not going. We're going to look at the acceleration chart. Because they're going straight and level flight. Okay, we did that. So normal military power, no altitude change. They get 1 speed. And on the turn mode chart, we look right here. They're not doing any turns, so we don't have to worry about them losing speed for turns because they're going forward or straight ahead. Okay, so that's it for turn 1. Okay, so that's it for turn 1. Turn marker. Excellent. All right. All right, so next turn. So blue team just increased in speed by 1, and they went up to 8. And over here they went up to 8. All right. And red team. Okay, so red team is at 21. Blue team is not 18, so red team still has the initiative, which it probably will have the initiative through most of this. So let's take a look. So Bravo has the initiative. All right, Bravo's staying on military power, and they're actually going to try to pick up speed. So let's take a look at the chart. And they're actually going to try to pick up speed. So they set their throttle at full speed. I mean at military power. And they would have had lose 1 point each turn because they were at military power last turn. So this guy's going to be at military power. Okay, step number 3 is set maneuver matrix. They're going to dive ahead. They're going to try to pick up speed. They can do supersonic. They're going to try to take advantage of that. They're going to dive ahead. Okay, so they're going to set altitude change. So let's look at the acceleration chart. All right, so right now they're subsonic. They're at military, they're normal acceleration. They're at military speed, and we want them to gain speed. So we're going to have them dive 2. We're going to have them dive 3 and pick up 2 speed. So we're going to have them dive 3 and pick up 2 speed. So we're going to dive 3, dive 3. Okay. So now the next turn is set altitude change. So now they're going to go down 2 in altitude. So they're going to go down to 10 each. 10, 10. All right, and 1 more because they dove 3. 9. And up here, 9. Okay. So we adjusted their altitude, their new altitude. Now let's set the speed. So now looking at the acceleration chart, subsonic planes, so they're at subsonic speed, normal acceleration, military power, and diving 3, so they gain 2 speed. So that means their speed is now, so now they're going supersonic. 10, and they're going supersonic over here. 9, 10. All right, so they lose, they would be moving 10, but they lose 3 because they're diving. So I'm going to move them forward 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So they lost 3 altitude and they gained 2 speed. And the Bravo team. So they're going to be at, and they were at 9. So they're actually going to be at 10, 11 each. So I got to move them forward 1 more. So they're at 10, 11. Close that. Right, so I got to move forward 1 more. Okay. And I got to adjust their cards. All right, so they're going very fast. Okay. And that's it for their turn. Let's take a look. Okay, so over here we see red team. All right, and here we see blue team. Over here, the speed's 11. Over here, the speed is 8. All right. So now to move. So now for blue team's turn. right, so we gotta set the throttle. They actually do have afterburners. I didn't use them the first turn, but they're gonna use them this time. Actually, no. Yeah, we're gonna use those. We're gonna use those afterburners. Is what we're gonna do. Yep. Okay. So we use the afterburners. Now we're going to record the fuel use, so they lose 2 fuel for the afterburners. All right, now we set the maneuver matrix. So let's take a look at the acceleration chart for this. All right, so looking at the acceleration chart, they're normal acceleration, but they're on afterburners. So we can have them climb and not lose any speed. We can have them climb 2 and not lose any speed. So we're going to go have them climb ahead. Okay. I'm going to have them climb 2. Oh, no, that's not the step. I'm going to have them climb ahead. All right, so we set the maneuver matrix, record the fuel use. Now we set the altitude change. And we said they're going to gain 2 altitude. Now we're going to set the new altitude, so they're going to go up to altitude 12. All right. Now we're going to take a look at the acceleration chart. All right, so normal in afterburner, climb 2, so the speed remains the same. And the current speed is 8, and they're climbing, so they're going to go and add straight level flight forward. No, straight flight, and they're going to climb. So they're going to climb, they're going to move their full 8 forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take a look at how close these are. Okay. So up here, these guys are traveling at a speed of 8 in that direction. These guys right here are traveling at a speed of 11. They are now supersonic. All right. Do that and do this. Close it. Okay. And that's it for the second turn. So now we're going to be on the third turn. So let's see what we got for alpha. So alpha, let's determine the initiative. So alpha is 12, 8 for 20. And Bravo's initiative number is 11, 9 for 20. All right, so now we have an initiative roll-off because they both have the same numbers. All right, so let's do the roll-off. So I'm going to do alpha 1, alpha 2, which is blue team 1, blue team 2, then red team 1, red team 2. All right, alpha 1 is a 4. Alpha 2 is an 8. Bravo 1 is a 5. Bravo 2 is a 2. So it's going to be alpha 2, Bravo 1. Let me just write this down here. So initiative is going to be, let's go play. Okay, right up here. So up here we got alpha 2. We got Bravo 1. Then we got Alpha 1. And then we got Bravo 2. Okay, so that's the order of firing right here. So we got Alpha 2. Let's go back to that. Okay, so we got Alpha 2, Bravo 1, Alpha 1, Bravo 2. All right. So, but these guys are going forward, so that's really not important right now because both of them are just going to go forward. So I'm not going to, I don't think they'll be within well, actually red may be within contact range. All right, so I am going to go with that. So first we got alpha 1. Alpha 1 is this plane right here. This is the lower plane. That's alpha 1. So here's alpha 1 right here. All right, let's get rid of that mess. So alpha 1, and they're at 10.8. So altitude of 10, speed 8. All right, so alpha 1. All right, so set throttle. So I'm going to have alpha team go down to military power. So alpha 1 is going to be at military power. Second step is record alpha 1's fuel use. Third step is set maneuver matrix. All right. They're going to want to gain altitude. Right. So how much altitude? We're going to have them move up to again and set new altitude 12, 13, 14 and set speed. So let's take a look at the acceleration chart. All right, so normal, and they're at military subsonic, normal, military power, and they're gaining. So they're going to lose 1 speed with that. So, and that's just going to be alpha 1 is going to lose that 1 speed. So he's going to be at 7. Okay. So that's alpha 1. And because he's going up 2, he's only going to move forward 5. At alpha 1, that is alpha 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So now Bravo 2, right here. So Bravo 2 is the plane right here on the left, i.e. this plane right there. So that right there is Bravo 2. Okay, let's put that on again. All right. Let me remove the acceleration chart. You guys probably don't want to see this, right? So let's remove the acceleration chart. All right, we'll leave the flight decision checklist still up there. So here, right here, is Bravo 2. And so we're going to set their throttle first. So Bravo 2 is going to set its throttle to still at military speed. Remember, Bravo doesn't have afterburners. Okay. And I'm going to record fuel use. It's going to lose one fuel point. And maneuver matrix. So let's take a look at the maneuver matrix. I.e., let's see what happens in the acceleration chart. Okay, so they're now supersonic. So they use the charts on the right. They're at military speed, normal. So if you look at them, climbs are very, very costly. Staying at level flight is very costly. They can dive, but so it's fairly easy for them to get supersonic. But to go any higher, go on the higher levels of supersonic, they'd have to do a ton of dives. All right. So I'm looking at this, and I'm saying if they dive 1, they'll keep that 11 speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a forward dive. So dive forward. Okay. Turn off the acceleration chart. All right. So now they're diving forward. Altitude change. We want them to dive 1. That right there. All right. Set new altitude. So that means that Bravo 2's new altitude is going to be at 8. So Bravo 2 is losing a lot of altitude. All right, so he's losing. So his speed is at 11, and he went down 1 vertically. So he's going to go for a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and that's his turn is up. So now let's take a look at who we got here. So now we have Alpha 1. Alpha 2. Okay, well, now we have the other Alpha. I think I just inverted their orders, but that's okay. So let's go to Alpha. All right. So I removed Alpha 1. Now we're on Alpha 2. All right, so Alpha 2 with the trailer. He's going to stay in afterburner. We're going to record that fuel use. Using that fuel quickly. I'm going to look at the maneuver matrix. I want to look at the acceleration chart before we look at the maneuver matrix. All right, so he's at subsonic speed. He's in afterburner. So he's normal acceleration. Subsonic, normal, afterburner. So he can actually climb and not lose any speed. His altitude right now is at 12. Okay, yeah, his altitude is at 12. So he's going to do that climb too. So a head climb. All right, we got a head climb, and he's going to have a, here we go, it's down here. So head climb, altitude change. Okay, so let's go that. So for the maneuver matrix, he's going to do a head climb. His new altitude change is going to be 2. We already got it on 2. The new altitude is going to be 14. Yep. And the speed is going to, remember there was no speed change, right? Because he was subsonic, normal, afterburner, climb 2. So there's no speed change, so we don't have to worry about that. So he climbed 2, he said traveling at 7, so he's going to move forward 5. Let's find him. There he is, right there. Let's move him forward 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's right there with his wingman, which is where he should be. All right, so that does it for this turn. Oh no, now we have the red. Okay, so that's it for him. So now we go down to the other red team marker. All right, and that's him right back, and he's the trailer right here. So we're going to set his throttle. Again, he doesn't have afterburners, but we are going to put him on military power. Let's see who I'm moving here. Okay, that's Bravo 1. So Bravo 1's going to be on military power. All right. Fuel use is going to be 1. Maneuver matrix. Is he going to do what his buddy did? All right. He's going to do the same thing his buddy did. He's going to dive 1. So maneuver matrix is forward dive. The altitude change, he's going to dive 1. Okay. And the new altitude, he's going to go down to 8. He should be at the same altitude as his partners. Yes, he is. All right, and set speed. So I arranged it looking at the acceleration chart. He's supersonic. He's at military speed. And he is, I believe, did he dive 1? Military speed. He did dive 1. So he didn't pick up any speed, but he didn't lose. No, he's normal. So supersonic, normal acceleration, military power, dove 1, no speed change. All right. So that. So he's also going to go forward the maximum. So his speed is 11. He dove 1. He's going forward 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there you have it. So the planes right now are approaching each other very, very quickly. Right. So these planes are approaching each other very quickly. Okay, so let's move the turn chart forward to turn 4. All right, and let's take a look at everybody's initiative. All right, so let's just get rid of everybody's old initiatives. All right, and let's take a look at everybody's, where everybody is speed-wise. So, Alpha 1 is going to be 14 and 7. Alpha 1 is 14 and 7. And Alpha 2 is going to be 14 and 7. So Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 are 14 and 7. Let's do this. So over here, Alpha 1 and Alpha 2. And here we go. Altitude. And we got speed. Right. So over here, 14 and 7. Over here, 14 and 7. Right. So now we're going to have Bravo 1 and Bravo 2. Right. Let's take a look at them. So Bravo status card. Bravo 1 is going to be going 8, 11 for a speed of 19. And Bravo 2 is going to be going 8 and 11 for a speed of 19. So they're going 8 and 11. 8, 11, 8, 11. All right, so Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 total is 21. Bravo 1 and Bravo 2 total is only 19. So Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 have the initiative. So Alpha 1, we'll have him go first. We'll have Alpha 2 go second. We'll have Bravo 1 go third. And we'll have Bravo 2 go fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so it's Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Bravo 1, Bravo 2. All right, so that gives tricky. Remember, Alpha only has one air guide missile too, so it's going to be kind of tricky for Alpha 1 to get into for a tail shot. Okay, so Alpha 1 is the lower plane right here. All right, so set throttle. We want to use afterburners here. No, I don't think this is the time for afterburners. I think what we're going to do is we're going to set the throttle. This is Alpha 1. Yeah. So what we're going to do is keep the throttle at military speed at the moment. The second step, record fuel use. Third step, maneuver matrix. Okay. And the thing is, they're almost at their top. They're almost at their ceiling. They're fighting ceiling. So let's take a look at the acceleration chart. All right, so they can only gain 1. they're at military power. So if they gain that 1, they lose 1 speed at military power. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to climb 1. Let's get rid of the acceleration chart. So they're going to climb left. Well, at least Alpha 1's going to climb left. So Alpha 1's going to climb left. I set the maneuver matrix. The altitude change is going to be 1. He's going to be at maximum ceiling for that plane. Okay, and set new altitude. Altitude is going to be 15. Speed matrix. Let's take a look at the acceleration matrix. Subsonic, normal, military power, climb 1, lose 1 speed. So he's down to 6. I just want to double check that. No, this guy's still at 7. Yeah, it is Alpha 1. He's down to 6. I don't think I moved him. I'm skipping planes turns. So here's Alpha 1, Alpha 1. Okay, yeah, that'd work because Alpha 1 went first. I just didn't update Alpha 2. All right, excellent. Okay, so now he's going to have a left-hand turn. So now let's update his speed. All right, so I already said he lose 1 speed. We had him lose that speed. So now we do the turn matrix. Turn mode chart. All right, so they have a turn mode of E, very, very, very bad. Okay, so, and they're going right now at 6. That's a little bit of a help. So they can turn after 3. All right. So he gain 1, going at 6, he can move forward 5. He can do a left-hand turn after 3 with a penalty of 1 speed. Or he can do a quick turn after moving forward 2 with a penalty of 2 speed. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to move forward 2, but he's going to have a penalty of 2 speed. So let's do that. And Alpha 1 is this guy right here. Okay. So he's going to go forward 2. 1, 2. He's going to turn to the left. He's going to lose 2 speed. 3, 4. He already lost 2 speed, so he's going to turn. Nope, doesn't want to go to the left. Doesn't want to go to the right. He wants to go to the left, and he's getting that turn. All right. He's at pretty, I mean, he would be in danger, but he's at fairly high altitude right now. If we look at their numbers right here, he's at pretty high altitude. We're going mainly off the cards, so let's look at the cards. So the final step is you look at the turn mode chart. Let's see now. All right, so turn type E, subsonic, moving at an initial rate of 6. Tight turn, he loses 2 speed. So his new speed will be at 4. So his new speed is at 4. So he's going really slow. All right. So he's at 15.4. All right, so let's update him on the big board. So he's at 15.4. 15.4. Okay. So turn 2, we got Alpha 2 up here in the lower left. All right. Oh, okay. So what do we want this guy to do? Well, first thing, what is he moving? He's moving 14.7, altitude 14, speed 7. He can lose some speed if he wants. Let's get rid of this and that and this. Okay. So So he can lose some speed without any problems. So interesting. Okay, let me make one adjustment right here. Okay, there we go. All right. So do I want to have him go forward? Or do I want to have him brake right? I think I'm going to have him brake right. And he can't get any more speed, so this is what we're going to do. His throttle is going to be set military power. He loses one speed. He loses one set maneuver matrix. Okay. So his speed right now is 7. He's in military power. He could dive 2 and pick up 1 speed, or he can dive 3 and pick up 2 speeds. Okay. So he's going to dive right. Make sure I have the right plane. Yep. Dive right. Altitude change. Let's see what we want to do here. Okay, he's at military power. He is going to dive 3, pick up 2 speed. So his dive is going to be 3. So his new altitude is going to go from 14, 1, 2, 3. So his new altitude is going to be 11. He's going to pick up 2 speed. According to the acceleration chart. Subsonic, normal, military power, dive 3, pick up 2 speed. His current speed is now 9. Okay. So his current speed is 9. So let's turn this off. And he has to brake right. So let's look at the turn mode chart. So at E, he can only do a tight turn after moving forward 4. But he has extra speed to burn. So that's what he's going to do. He's also going to do a tight turn. So he's diving 3, speed's 9, his forward movement 6. So he's going to move forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brake right. And forward 2. 1, 2. And that'll be it for his turn. Alright. So, to end his turn, let's take a look at where he's at right now. And that's alpha 2. So alpha 2's at an altitude of 11, altitude 11, speed 9, but we have to reduce his speed, all right, because he did a tight turn. So we reduce the speed because he did a tight turn over there, and so he's at speed 7. So he's at altitude 11, speed 7. If you hear some crunching in the background, that is my dog. He has a bone. Excellent. So now that's the turn of blue. So now we're going to go into Bravo 1. So Bravo 1 is the furthest south here. So let's take a look at that. Bravo 1. So he's speed 11, altitude 8. Speed 11, altitude 8. Let's do it. So I'm going to set the throttle. He's going to be at military power, which is going to cost him 1 fuel. All right. Now, set maneuver matrix. So let's take a look at the acceleration chart. All right, so he's supersonic. He's at military power. He won't lose any speed if he stays at level flight. That's good. No, wait, he's normal. He's normal acceleration. So he'll lose speed if he goes level flight or if he climbs. If he climbs, he goes subsonic, and his plane's a little bit easier to maneuver. So he's going to climb 2. So he's going to climb 2, and he's going to be going forward and climbing 2. All right. Excellent. Okay. So record fuel use. We did that. Set maneuver matrix. It's going to be. I'm going to do that. So he's going to be climbing forward. Right. Next up, altitude change. He's going to be climbing 2. Set new altitude. He's going to go up to 10. Set speed. He's going to go down to 1. And that's going to be it. Oh, so now he's got to move. Okay. So he went up 2. The speed is 10. He can move forward 8. Okay. Okay. So let's take a look at his numbers and let's just set them. So we got his altitude's 10 and his speed is 10. That's going to be good for the initiative next turn. Altitude 10, speed 10. Okay. Speed 10. Right. And did I move him? And I did move him. Okay, so moving forward. So now we have B2. So B2 is at 811. Okay. Let's do B2. So Bravo 2, first step is set the throttle. He's actually going to put it into idle. Slow it down. No fuel use, maneuver matrix. Can't dive very far. but that's what he's going to do. He's going to do forward dive. Okay. Altitude change. I don't want to crash him. Let's take a look at the acceleration chart. Supersonic speed, because it's 10. Normal acceleration. Military. And we're having him dive. So he can dive 1. Actually, has room. He's going to dive 3, but only picks up 1 speed. That's tough. So if he dives 3, he only picks up 1 speed. He's going to dive 1 and not lose any speed, is what he's going to do. Actually, you know what? Yeah, he's going to dive 1 and not lose any speed. So I do have him already in dive 1. Okay. Dove 1 last turn. Okay. So we got the altitude change is 1 and dive 1. New altitude, he's going to go down to 7 on the altitude. And set speed, we already determined that he was not going to lose any speed. So he's going to go forward. He's going to lose 1 altitude. His current speed is 11. He's going to lose 1 speed. He's going to go forward 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, interesting. So his speed's 10. And his altitude, his speed's 10, his altitude is 7. Speed 10, altitude 7. So let's correct that right here. It should be speed. Oh, yeah, speed 10, altitude 7, right? So let's do that. 7, speed 10. Right. So this guy right here, altitude 7, speed 10. This guy right here is A1, altitude 15. 15. Speed 4. Alright, so no chance of getting a shot off for either of these. How about this guy down here? B1. Altitude 10. Speed 10. And lastly, altitude 11. And speed 7. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Let's get rid of that checklist right there. Shall we? We shall. So, this guy right here, altitude 11, he's at 11, facing in that direction. Okay. This guy right here is altitude 15, facing in that direction. And this guy right here is altitude 7, facing in this direction. And this guy is altitude 10, facing it this direction. All right. Interesting, says circumstances. So this guy right here is really high, and this guy right here is lower than him by about 8, so he would have to jump down there. This guy can convert that altitude into speed to catch this guy down here, which is good. This guy right here, I don't know what he's doing, but I mean, he's at the same level, I guess, as this guy right here, so he could pair off against this guy. He could turn around to the right, pair off this way. Let's move in. Let's move in. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, I'm going to get rid of some of these. So from now on, as a standard, I'm going to put altitude first and then speed. Alright, so it's always going to be altitude and speed in my annotations. So A1 is going to be 15.4. Alright. And he's going like that. Alright. B2 is going to be 7.10. His direction facing is that way. B1 is going to be 10.10 with the direction facing that way. And finally, A2 is going to be 11.7. 11.7. Okay. So let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. So this guy right here at 15.4 can drop pretty quickly and be at the same altitude as this guy right here. All right, B2. This guy right here is at the same level as this guy. He can do a turn to the left and probably get back in the fight. All right. And that's what this guy's going to do. We're going to have this guy do a left-hand turn, as sharp as possible to get back in the fight. This guy right here, he's going to dive like crazy, and he's going to dive to the left. All right. So he's going to dive left. All right, and this guy's going to do a tight turn. This guy right here. All right, so now we look at these two guys. So what's this guy going to do? Well, he's at 7.10. All right. He has that supersonic speed. He doesn't want to lose any altitude. So level flight. He's going to go level. And he's just going to go level forward. You know, I'd like him to slow down. He's going to go level left. All right. Let me get another color marker to show this. So he's going to go level left. All right. He's going to go level left. This guy's at 10.10. This guy's going to break off, and he's going to go level. Actually, he's going to go level left too. All right, so both these guys are going to go level left. All right, so let's mark that. Level left. All right, so I think I'm going to keep my games down to about an hour, because I think people will lose interest if I go too fast. And there's a lot of strategy in these games, so I'm going to try to keep the games and my broadcast between an hour and an hour and a half. All right. So I'm going to keep you in suspense, unfortunately. Okay. Just a minute. Sorry about that. All right, so that's it for Free Flight Saturday. The pregame next week, right now we're going to be going on turn 5 of this game. The pregame, I'm going to be going over the situation and the moves that I just plotted for what the planes are going to do, and I might talk about some other subjects. I hope you had a great week. I hope you enjoyed this stream. Remember, there's going to be a Tobruk Tuesday. We're playing. It's just a bunch of tanks fighting it out right now, and that's going to be Tuesday at 7. You can watch the pregame, and I'll go into what's going on a little bit more in a preview of it. Remember, don't miss Free Flight Saturday's pre-show, because we're going to go into the current situation. I like feedback, so if you want to give me ideas of what the situation is right here, like this plane is this, or this plane should do that, or what you think about it. Hey, be a Monday morning quarterback. I don't care. I want feedback. I want you to talk about it and say, well, what should this plane do, or what should that plane do? I want to start conversations. Okay. So I hope you guys had fun. I did. I love broadcasting to you guys. I'm getting talkative. So you guys have a great day and a great evening, and keep gaming. Bye bye.